What's up? What's good? What's going on? How you doing? How you been? Well, I hope you're doing well. Thought I'd check in. I don't think I've made a video in a while. It's been a couple weeks at least. So what's going on with me? It is Wednesday, March 17th. I've been home for about a week and a half. I got home. See, it was Monday morning. It would be March 8th. So I've been home for like 9 days. Um, and I have a long list of crap I need to do while I'm at home, and I haven't gotten hardly any of it done. Let me go through the list here. So buy a cheap car. Still looking. I need something really cheap that I can leave at the secure lot where I park the truck just to go back and forth. Right now, I'm having to use a cab to go back and forth. I have a personal vehicle. I have a car, but it's like a brand new sports car in mint condition. It only has like 7,000 miles on it. And I'm not going to leave that out in the elements in a gravel lot in Oklahoma weather where it hails all the time and basically get it sandblasted out there on a gravel lot. Um, so I'm looking to buy something really cheap, like $1,000, that I can just leave out there because not only does it cost money to take a cab ride back and forth. That's not that big of a deal. It would cost me more to buy a vehicle than to cab it back and forth. There's also the convenience factor, and um, it also kind of ties in with the convenience factor that cabs aren't always available. If I want to leave at 2 a.m., I may not be able to find a cab at 2 a.m. If I want to come home at 2 a.m., I may not be able to find a cab at 2 a.m. So, buy a cheap car is still on my to do list. Buy a tablet and mount. I've already done that. It was like $230 to get a Samsung A7 tab or some shit like that. I don't know what it is. This big fucker right here. Um, I had no idea how big that damn thing was. I didn't realize. Oh shit! I didn't realize it was that damn big. I thought that the tablet, the ELD that I had with USA Truck was about an 8 inch, and so I was like, it'd be kind of nice to have one that's a little bit bigger than that because with the ELD, the USA Truck ELD, um, I sometimes I have to scroll around on the screen and stuff. I thought a little bit bigger display would be better, but you know how guys are. That's about 6 inches right there. But yeah, this thing is way bigger than I thought, and it's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass to put that in a place where it's not gonna block half the window. That thing is massive. It's a 10.1 inch display. But anyway, I've got that. That's for when I switch over to Landstar. I have to. Well, I could use my phone for the Keep Trucking app, um, but I don't. I like to have things that are like for my GPS. I have a phone just for GPS. For my ELD, I want to have a device just for the ELD. So yeah, I have no idea why in the hell USA Truck charges $2,000 for these ELDs. I guarantee you that this Samsung tablet right here is way more powerful than the crap that um, uh, USA Truck is using, that are leasing or renting or whatever. But if you don't return that, they charge you like $2,000 for it. That's insane. That's crazy. 230 bucks for this thing. But anyway, okay, so go to the optometrist. Haven't done that yet. That's something that I could put off. It's not a must do. It's something that I kind of want to do. I can't see things crystal clear anymore. They're a little fuzzy at distance, so I need to get an update on the glasses. Pay taxes. There's a whole bunch of crap with taxes I need to do. I need to sit down. I just sent an email to my accountant. I needed to sit down with her and talk about write-offs. I've already gotten a lot of write-offs. I just need to figure out if there's a few more things that I can write off. And then we need to sit down and actually do the taxes, which are going to be a pain in the ass. Laundry, yeah, whatever. I've already done laundry, but laundry is one of those things that I'm wearing clothes right now. So, the day before I leave, I need to, throw laundry in there and wash everything. Stock the truck up. I can't do that until I'm about to leave for the road, so can't do that right now. And then the only other things I have on my list are offboarding from USA Truck and onboarding onto Landstar. I'm not going to offboard from USA Truck until I'm onboarded onto Landstar. Until I'm basically, I'm going to wait until after I get back from Landstar orientation to terminate my lease with USA Truck. I'm not going to terminate my lease with USA Truck until then. So, yeah, it's going to cost me $100 a week in insurance and ELD rentals and stuff like that to go for 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 weeks that I'm not going to be doing anything with USA Truck. But that's worth it if something happens where I decide not to do business with Landstar, or Landstar decides not to do business with me. Because for me to, if I drop my lease at USA Truck, then there's going to be a ramp up time to get back onto USA Truck, and that'll just increase my downtime. So I'm going to wait until I'm pretty much finalized with Landstar before I move away from USA Truck. And there's nothing in my USA Truck contract. It's not an exclusivity contract. I can be leased to Landstar at the same time I'm leased to USA Truck. Now, I haven't read Landstar's contract. I don't know if that is an exclusivity contract. Most of these places should steer clear of exclusivity contracts, because if you get into an exclusivity contract with somebody and they are your primary employment and you're not allowed to do business with anybody else, then they're crossing that gray area of contractor or employer. If they make you sign an exclusivity contract and they are your primary income, then technically they should, you should be a W-2 employee instead of an independent contractor. So that's the reason most of these leases are probably not exclusivity contracts. So there's actually several parts of USA Truck's contract that talks about the requirements to haul freight for other people while you're leased to USA Truck. You're supposed to cover up all of the USA Truck MC numbers and the company name and logos, and you're not supposed to use their ELD. You're not supposed to use their permits. You're not supposed to use any of their stuff while you're hauling freight for somebody else. So, I mean, I could stay leased to USA Truck while I, am leased to Landstar if I want to. But what's the point in paying all that extra insurance and stuff like that? I mean, I could probably get them to drop the insurance. It would just be a pain in the ass, because I would have insurance through Landstar, and I could probably show that proof of insurance to USA Truck. I don't know how they would do that. Just a second. I'm chewing gum and it was starting to get mushy. So, Landstar. What in the hell is going on with Landstar? Landstar, oh my goodness. This right here is what Landstar uses to communicate with you. I'm pretty sure that Landstar's qualification center is just another damn contractor. Everything with Landstar is contractors. The brokers are contractors. The drivers are contractors. Pretty sure the qualification center is a contractor. Because the qualification center refers to Landstar. Like I asked him a question, they were like, well, Landstar requires this. So that tells me that they are not Landstar. They are some contractor or third party entity. But anyway, what all is going on with Landstar? They forgot about me. I'm the type of person that whenever you tell me that you're going to do something and you give me a time frame, I'm not going to bug you about it until after that time elapses. You tell me it's going to take you 10 days to do something, I'm going to give you 10 days to do it. I'm not going to bother you about it. I'm not going to check in with you. You know, I'm going to expect you to do what you told me you're going to do. I'm not a micromanager person. I don't like drama. I don't like micromanagement. And, I mean, that's just the type of person I am. So Landstar told me it'd take 3 to 4 weeks. And I did everything they asked me to do as quickly as I possibly could. And I did not bother them about status updates until after 4 weeks passed. 4 weeks passed last Wednesday at 8 a.m. That was the 4-week mark. And I waited all day Wednesday, nothing. So the following day, Thursday, I started calling and I started messaging. I left voicemails. I sent messages. I didn't get responses on anything. I couldn't reach anybody. So I said, you know what? When I wake up Friday, I'm just going to, all day long, I'm just going to keep calling and calling and calling until somebody answers the phone. And luckily, it only took 2 phone calls. The second phone call, somebody answered the phone, and they just transferred me back to the same person that wasn't answering the phone, and I went to her voicemail, left another voicemail. Well, it wasn't the same person. Carissa was the one that I'd been leaving voicemails for. Brenda is the one that they transferred me to. And I left a voicemail with Brenda. Brenda did return my call like 30 minutes later. And she said that they weren't processing my application. They'd basically forgotten about me. Something happened during one of the handoffs 3 weeks prior. And I didn't get handed off to the next processor correctly. And that processor did not realize that I needed, that they needed to do something with me. So I was just kind of like sitting in there in limbo, and nobody really was working on my application. So then they started working on my application this last Friday. And they told me to, send them some documents and stuff, and I did it. And then they called me Monday morning, and they were like, yeah, I'm trying to reach you about the documents you were supposed to send us. And I missed the call because I had my phone upstairs. They called at like 8 a.m. And I woke up at 9 a.m. and came up here and grabbed my phone and saw that I'd missed a call. So I listened to the voicemail, and they didn't go into specifics about the documents, but they were like they were just calling about the documents that I was supposed to send. So I was like, crap, did I not send something that I was supposed to? What's the deal? And I tried. It was Chris. No, it was Sam this time. It was Sam. I tried to reach Sam all day Monday, all day Tuesday. Could not reach Sam. Finally went to bed. Tuesday afternoon. Just pissed off because I couldn't reach anybody. I left a nasty voicemail. Like, I left several voicemails. The very last voicemail I left was a nasty one. Not too bad. Like, not cussing or ranting and raving or anything. It was just like, I've called several times. I can't reach anybody. No one returns my calls. And you guys have like already lost my application once or something, whatever happened to it, where I was just sitting there in limbo. Nobody was processing my application for 3 weeks, and now I can't reach anybody. This is taking forever. This process was supposed to take 3 to 4 weeks, and we're getting up on 5 weeks now. I would appreciate it if somebody would return my call. That was about how I was in the voicemail. I was stern, and trying to voice my frustrations, quite irritated. I've been on the phone so damn much these last 3 or 4 days. Well, not on the weekend. I didn't bother calling them on the weekend. They're Monday through Friday. But not Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Monday, Tuesday, and then today, Wednesday. So like 5 days, I've been on the phone most of the day trying to reach Landstar. So I never found out why in the hell they called me on Monday. They just messaged me last night at 8 p.m. and asked me to do the next stuff. So I'm guessing they got the documents that I sent them on Friday and they were okay with those documents. It doesn't seem like the left hand knows what the right hand's doing over at the qualification center. So I don't know what in the hell is going on with this crap. But the next steps of the process that I'm dealing with today is drug test, inspection. I had to approve their request to review my clearinghouse, the federally monitored, managed drug. The clearinghouse. I don't even know how to describe it. And what ended up being a massive pain in the ass was a defensive driving course. So the defensive driving course is over and done with. That took forever to do because it is a really janky website that's built on Adobe Flash. Adobe Flash is like, it got scrapped. Like, it's a security vulnerability and it's like blocked by almost every computer these days. You couldn't even run Adobe Flash if you wanted to, probably. It would be a pain in the ass to run Adobe Flash on a modern computer that's like updated. But yeah, their website was designed on Adobe Flash and it is so janky because I'm sure they had to convert it over to HTML or something else. And it is just a completely half-assed applet and it just constantly has issues. It forgets where you're at. It'll lock up and you can't do anything, so you just have to close it and then reopen the page or refresh the web page. And it'll start you back over at the very beginning. And we're talking like 5 hours or more of videos that you have to watch. And it's one of those things where you have to click next every 10 or 15 seconds. And you have to click on shit on the screen. And it tries to make it interactive and all that shit. It's not just like sitting there and letting a video play for 5 hours. You have to sit there doing shit for like 5 hours. So, it was a major pain in the ass. I went through the things like several times, and I had to keep starting over from the beginning and doing it over and over and over again, and then it would basically crash on me, and I would have to start over again and again. I finally completed all of the videos, and I got to the point where all I had to do was the final quiz, 25 question quiz, the final quiz, and it crashed on me after the first question on the quiz. When I hit next it just like got stuck on a loading screen. Refreshed the page and it took me right back to the very beginning and I lost my fucking mind. I just snapped. And I sent a really nasty email to the company, the help desk of the company that does the defensive driving course program bullshit. And they responded back pretty quick, and they told me to log out of the application and they would set it so that whenever I logged back in, it would take me back to the quiz. And it did. So we got past that. I got the quiz done. We got it all done. That is some, man, that is some janky software. It's a janky website. It was a pain in the ass. I hope that this is not a sign of like all the bullshit that I'm gonna have to deal with Landstar. Like almost everything that I've done with Landstar has been janky. It's been convoluted. It's just been a real pain in the ass. Like just an example. I can't even remember everything that's been really annoying in this whole process. It was really annoying that they stopped processing my application for 3 weeks, and now it's going to take an extra couple of weeks for them to process my application. That was really annoying. But they said they gave me a list of stuff here: drug test, inspection, clearinghouse, and then the defensive driving course. They said that they sent me instructions on doing all that stuff. They didn't send me any instructions on the vehicle inspection, so I had to email them, and I've been emailing them back and forth. I was like, okay, I emailed them and I said I didn't receive any instructions on the the vehicle inspections. What am I supposed to do on the vehicle inspections? I didn't get a list or anything. I didn't get any instructions, nothing. And I said, am I just supposed to go somewhere and get an annual vehicle inspection report and then email it to this email address? And they replied back with a list of locations. That was it. No instructions, just a list of fucking locations. So I replied back and I said, are there any instructions to go along with this? Like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go in there and tell them, hey, I'm here for a Landstar inspection? Or do I just get a normal AVIR done? And then I email it to you guys. I said that I don't like, in that same email, I said I don't like, and the list they had in Oklahoma City, all it was like TA and Petro. There was one other like truck service place, but it was a big chain place like TA and Petro. And I said that like I would prefer to go to the place where I get all of my work done. They do DOT inspections there. I don't like dealing with TA and Petro. They're really shady mechanics. They work off commission. And every time I've ever done an AVIR there, they've said that things need to be replaced that didn't need to be replaced just so that they could get commission to replace that stuff. TA and Petro are really sketchy. Like they're really, really shady sons of bitches. And Loves. Don't forget about Loves. TA Petro Loves are really, really shady places. And they replied back. They're not very good at communicating. The people I've been dealing with are not very good at communicating. They replied back and they said you have to get it done at an approved place. If the place that you want to get it done at is willing to use our forms, then we can email them our forms to do the inspection. So, like, they said it has to be done at an approved place, but the second half of what they said made it sound like I could get it done at Big Rig Products, where I asked them if I could get it done at, if they're willing to do it on a Landstar form. So I was like, sure, yeah, email them the form. I called Big Rig Products, and they were like, yeah, we'll fill out their form if they want us to. That's no problem. So I haven't gotten a response to that email yet. So I don't know if, like, I'm not really sure what they were trying to say. If they said that, I don't know if they were saying that it had to be one of those places on that list. And if they don't have the form, then they can email the form to them. It has to be done on a Landstar form. It can't be done on a normal, like, DOT inspection form. I don't fucking know. That's the reason I asked for instructions. And I never got any instructions. All I got was a list of places. Imagine somebody telling you that you need to do something. You're like, all right, cool. And they just send you a fucking list of addresses. And you're like, okay. So, what am I supposed to do with this? It's like this. Let me try to give somebody an example that if you're not an owner operator, if you're not a truck driver, you could relate to. Let's say somebody tells you to go get them some pizza. Go get me some pizza. And we're not talking about your family. I'm talking about a stranger, somebody that you don't know. Like your family, you could probably guess what kind of pizza they want, how much they want, stuff like that. Let's say a stranger walks up to you and says, "Go get me some pizza." They don't give you any money. They just give you a list of 5 different pizza places. Some Domino's, some Pizza Hut, some Papa John's, like 5, Little Caesars. They just give you a list of several phone numbers and addresses of pizza places. They hand you a piece of paper and say, "Give me some pizza." And then they walk off. What the fuck are you supposed to do? Like, which one of these places do you want me to go to? How much pizza do you want me to get? What kind of pizza? Where do you want me to deliver it to? Like, none of those questions were answered for me with the DOT inspection. I don't know where I'm supposed to send. Like, am I supposed to just bring it with me to orientation, or am I supposed to scan it in and email it to somebody? Apparently, it has to be done on a specific form, so I can't just go down to one of these places on their list and get a normal DOT inspection done, or AVIR. I have to have a very specific type of AVIR done that's on a Landstar form. So I need to let them, go to one of these places and then tell them I need a Landstar inspection done. Let me pause this and see if I've gotten a response to the email. Nope, no response to the email. But that's enough ranting about that. I'm just sitting around waiting. I've got a bunch of stuff that I need to do. I don't plan on leaving the house and doing anything today. I've been on the phone all day with lots of different places. I've got some things on order with Volvo. I want to replace a couple of my clearance lights, my sun visor LEDs, the 2 outside LEDs. They're 4 LED lights. There's 4 LEDs on each one of the little clearance lights, and there's 4 clearance lights that go across the sun visor. The ones on the outside, 2 of the 4 LEDs will intermittently go dim. So I want to replace those 2. And also, the washer nozzles don't spray evenly across the windshield. It bugs the hell out of me. I've tried to take the damn things off before, and I couldn't figure out how to remove them. I think I know how to remove them now. I'm afraid to remove them without knowing 100% sure on how to remove them, though, because I'm pretty sure they're a clip that you have to use quite a bit of force to pop open. And if I'm wrong about how to open it, then I'm just going to snap the plastic. So I tried to take them off before, and I was going to wash them and then put them back on, but they're only $10 a piece. So I'm like, you know what? $10? It's not even worth my time to spend all that time washing the damn things. Let's just replace them. So I went ahead and I ordered 2 clearance lights. They were $30 a piece. The sun visor LEDs, this is from the dealer. They're $30 a piece without a harness. If you need the harness, they're like $57 a piece. That harness jacks up the price by $27 a piece. I shouldn't need a harness. The harness in the existing, LEDs should work. I think. I hope. But anyway, and then the washer nozzles are $10 a piece. They had everything in stock except one washer nozzle. They only had one washer nozzle in stock, and I want to replace them both. And they said that they could have them in stock by Monday. And so I'm like, all right, well, I'll put my truck in the shop on Tuesday then. and have them install all that crap. So hopefully I'm going to be able to do the DOT inspection at Big Rig Product, and I'm going to have them install those um, clearance lights and the washer nozzles, and then look at my damn APU for like the dozenth time because it's leaking oil again. I'm getting sick and damn tired of putting my APU in the shop. But yeah, it's leaking oil again. It was not leaking oil for about a week, and then it started leaking oil. So I think what it is people are not, the mechanics are not tightening things down, and there's so much vibration with the APU, and when I'm driving down the road, there's just so much vibration that I think things are just coming loose. So looks like it might have stopped raining. I need to get out and put weed and feed out on the lawn, but I've been I need to have a window where it's not going to rain for like 3 days when I put it out. If I put it out and it rains the next day, then I just wasted like $80 of weed and feed. So I've been trying to find a weather window. Once it stops raining, it should not be raining again for like 3 or 4 days. Let's check weather.com. 10-day in Oklahoma City. I mean, it's not even supposed to be raining today, I don't think. 79% chance of precipitation. So yeah, I guess chance of rain 80%. Winds could occasionally gust over 50 miles an hour. Tomorrow 4%. So we should not have a chance of rain again until Monday. So as soon as it stops raining, let's check the hourly forecast. So yeah, it's supposed to rain up until like 10 p.m. I'm not going to stay up that late to put out weed and feed. And I don't want to creep out my neighbors by doing lawn work at like midnight. I don't mind, but my neighbors might creep them out. I've done it before. Whenever I first bought the house, man, this thing had a huge weed problem. And I bought all kinds of weed killer stuff for the lawn, and none of it worked. Like, and oh my goodness, I would get off work at 8 o'clock at night, and I'd change into, I'd change my clothes, and then I would get out there, and I would get out there with a sprayer, and I would spray the weed killer on the lawn, and then I'd wait like 3 or 4 days, no change, and then I would buy a different kind of weed killer and put it on the lawn. I used all kinds of different stuff until Scott's Weed and Feed. I finally tried Scott's Weed and Feed, and that's the first thing. That's the only thing I've ever used on the lawn that actually kills the damn weeds. Well, it keeps them from growing at least. I have to continuously put that crap out there. It works for about 3 months. It's amazing. Like, once it soaks into the ground, it's good for like 3 months. You only have to put it out I only put it out maybe 2 or 3 times a year. But I need to get it out here in the spring before the weeds just start growing like crazy. That's something else. My lawn guy hasn't hit me up yet. He just, like, whenever it needs to be mowed, he just shows up, starts mowing, and whenever it's done with mowing, he just stops mowing. So he's really awesome. I love my lawn guy. He's amazing. I have not gotten any replies back on any vehicles. I messaged this guy about $1,000 Honda Civic, and he hasn't replied back to me. And I just realized something while I was, like yesterday, while I was looking for one of these cheap cars. I just realized that they are giving out another stimulus thing. They're giving out more welfare checks. And it's going to make it nearly impossible to find a really cheap car right now. With everybody getting a $1,400 check, it is going to be nearly impossible for me to find a cheap car. They're just selling like crazy. Every one of them that I've been mildly interested in, I've been like saving the listings over here, and I get little messages. That listing has been removed. That listing has been sold. You know, they're just flying off of there. And this was something that happened whenever they first started doing stimulus. I started noticing, and I talked about it in several of my videos, about paper tags. It wasn't, I mean, there were some brand new cars, but there were not a whole lot of brand new cars. What I was mainly seeing was a lot of used cars with paper tags. Whenever they started that, $600 a week unemployment benefit crap, and they started sending out the welfare checks, the stimulus checks, and everything, man, I was just like, almost every car that was passing me had paper tags. So I know that the used car market is just exploding every time they send out these checks. You know, these are everybody putting a down payment on their car. I don't know if they're going to be able to make the payments on it, but at least they got the down payment. I mean, you have to realize, some people may be disconnected from poverty. I grew up in poverty. I grew up really poor. It was pretty late in my life before I ever had like over $1,000 in my checking account. So, these places that wanted like $1,000, $1,500 down payment to get a car, that was out of reach for me. I remember shortly after high school when I was trying to get a car, I couldn't scratch together $500 for a down payment. Like that was rough for me. Like I didn't have, like, it would have taken me, I only had like an extra $100 a month at most after all my bills. I would have had to scrape together every penny I could and not spend any extra money for like 5 or 6 months to have a $500 down payment. So you take somebody in that kind of position that's living paycheck to paycheck, doesn't have any extra money, their bank account is constantly bouncing off zero, and then all of a sudden they got $1,400 in their account. They think they're rich. They're like, it's time to buy that Mercedes. So yeah, if you've never been in that situation, or you haven't been in that situation in a long time, you may have forgotten, or you may not know what it's like to have that much money when you're not used to having anything. So yeah, they just go out and buy stuff. It doesn't make sense to me. I've never been that kind of person. I've always been financially aware. But almost everyone I know does not have any kind of concept of finances. They just, if they have money, they spend it. That's it. That's all they know, is that if they have it, they spend it. I had a roommate right out of high school. Whenever we got paid, I would have to take all of the money that he was going to have to pay out of that paycheck, because he couldn't pay all of his bills in a single paycheck. I would have to take out how much he was going to need to pay out of each paycheck to be able to pay his monthly bills. And then I would just leave him with, I would have to, like, right when he cashed his check, I would tell him how much I needed from him, and he would come out of the bank, hand me that amount of money, and the rest of it was spent within a couple of days. That's just the way he lived his life. He was flat broke within like 2 days of payday. And I had to get his rent money and his bill money as soon as he cashed his paycheck. Otherwise, he would have spent it and he wouldn't have been able to make rent or bills. The reason we started doing that was because he would spend all of his money and it would come rent and bill time. He'd be like, I didn't realize I was going to have to pay that out of this check. Some people just don't understand money. So, yeah, it's going to be a really, really, really hard to find a cheap, like, $1,000 car since they just gave everyone in the country $1,400. It's going to be nearly impossible. I am just about to uninstall Truck Map. The only reason I really keep Truck Map is to double check routes to make sure that there are no truck restrictions on them. And I'm going to tell you right now that the very few times that I actually use that I need to do that, Truck Map's been wrong. Give you an example. One of the times that I did that was I was trying to get from, it was in Virginia. What the hell? I was trying to get over to Lexington, Virginia from was it Amherst, Virginia? I can't remember. There's a Clorox Procter & Gamble place straight east of Lexington, Virginia. And I wanted to take this highway that went straight across, little short, like 40 miles, straight across, and there was a TA that I wanted to go there. The only other route was to drive all the way down to Roanoke, Virginia, and then drive back up, which was way out of the way. But that highway looked a little sketchy. I was like, I'm not sure if it's going to be okay to drive a truck through there. But I ran the route through Truck Map, and Truck Map said it was okay. And I get over there, and yeah, it was not. No, it was. It was illegal, I think. I can't remember if it said that trucks over 60 feet were not advised, or if it said they were not allowed. I think it was 65 feet. Trucks over 65 feet are not advised. Or I can't remember if it was advised or allowed. So maybe it technically was not illegal. But as soon as I saw that sign, I turned around and went the other route down to Roanoke. Because my truck is way over 65 feet. If you're hauling a 53-foot trailer, for you to be under 65 total feet in length, you'd have to be in a really small day cab. Anything with a sleeper is going to be over 65 feet. I'm probably close to 72 feet total length with my tractor and a 53-foot trailer. So, yeah, way over 65 feet. And it was a really windy road. So, it had some hairpin turns in it. So, there would have probably been some turns that I might not have been able to make on that road. So, yeah, Truck Map, I might just uninstall it because the very few times that it would have been useful, it hasn't been useful. And I keep getting these it keeps downloading updates and shit. And giving me pop-up messages and things. So is there anything else I want to say before I wrap this up? Just sitting around waiting on Landstar. I'm also waiting on Big Rig Products. They said they are slammed and they are booked about a week out. So I said, okay, well, when is your next appointment? Because if you're booked about a week out, I'm going to want to be in there within the next week. So I should probably go ahead and make an appointment right now. And she said, I'm not sure exactly when our next appointment will be. I'll have to talk to the shop guys and I'll have to call you back. So I'm waiting on her to have that conversation with the shop guys, and then she's supposed to call me back. So try to schedule it on Tuesday because um, the parts from Volvo are not supposed to be in until Monday. So I'll go down, pick up the parts from Volvo on Monday, and then Tuesday I will go into Big Rig Product, get all that crap done. I need to schedule the optometrist. I'll probably call my optometrist after I finish making this video and make an appointment for Friday. You know what? Let me pause this right now. All right, I made an appointment. Friday at 11:45 a.m. So now that I have an appointment for the optometrist, I can't back out of it. So that's one way I force myself into doing things is by appointments. Because if I tell somebody I'm going to be somewhere, if I make an appointment for something, I rarely ever miss appointments. Yeah, I don't really miss appointments. So that's one way I lock myself into doing stuff. Now, I'm waiting on emails from a couple of people. I'm waiting on emails from Landstar on whether or not I can get my DOT inspection done at Big Rig Products, and also I'm waiting on an email from my tax person because I wanted to schedule a phone call with her before I go down there to do all my taxes with her, to file all my taxes. Because I don't want to get down there and then have the conversation about stuff to write off. And I'm like, all right, well, I need to drive back to my house and write some more shit off. Locate some receipts for stuff. I want to get all that in order before I drive over to her place. I don't even really think I need to drive over to her place. I don't know what the point of that is. And I hope that I can e-file with her. I hope she has the software to do that. I don't want to have to, do everything through mail. That sucks. We'll find out. I don't think I'm going to have them do my bookkeeping this year. I'm still undecided on that. It's, I don't really know if the bookkeeping was worth it. It was more of a pain in the ass for me to send all the bookkeeping stuff to them, all of the, receipts and everything to them. It would have been easier for me to just type it all into a spreadsheet than to send it all, go through all the hassle of sending it to them. And with them, I don't get it in a digital format. They fucking mailed me this handwritten ledger. Are you fucking kidding me? Who the hell still handwrites shit? What the... Man. I try to have everything digitized. And, they sent me some handwritten shit. Oh my God. But yeah, anyway, I got a bunch of crap to do, and I'm tired. I've been awake all night and all day. I've been up since 9 p.m. last night, 9 or 10 p.m. last night. So I've been awake for a long time. I think I'm about to go lay down in bed because it doesn't look like anybody's going to email me the rest of the day. I'm going to go lay down in bed, watch a movie or something. I just want to do an update video. Let me check my YouTube and see when the last video I uploaded was. All right. Looks like the last video I uploaded was March 6th. That was 11 days ago. 59 views. That's quite a few for me. I'm getting a solid 50 views on my videos these days. That video driving across Louisiana, I think that was before I increased my video quality. I think I increased my video quality after that video because the video quality was just so crap. I watched that video after I made it and I was like, man, you can't even really make anything out on that. So I bumped up the video quality. I intentionally try to avoid clickbait titles and other things that will attract viewers. So 50 views a video, that's really awesome. I like that. I would start to get uncomfortable if I started getting like 1,000 views per video because the trolls, like right now, I think I've had two like negative people respond in the comments section of all of the probably I don't even know how many videos I've uploaded. I've probably uploaded hundreds of videos. Of all of those videos and all of the comments that I've ever received, I've only received two negative comments. Well, one of them was one person that replied to like 5 videos within a couple of hours. But basically two people. I've only ever had two negative people in any of my videos. I've had some constructive criticism and stuff like that. I don't consider that to, be trolly or negative, but I've only had two negative people. There are a lot of people that I watch on YouTube that just give up on YouTube. They'll disable comments or they'll just stop doing videos. They'll shut down their account, whatever, just because of like the crap they have to deal with once their channel starts getting big. One of the people I follow, what the hell's his name? Trucker Jukebox. Just this really chill, laid back guy from like Indiana. And, he just does videos vlogging his day in trucking. Like he has a little camera he puts on his chest and he just records walking around in the truck stops and, driving down the road and stuff like that. That's it. He just like records himself doing stuff in his truck. And he said he's had so much negativity from people in the comments that he shut his channel down. He stopped making videos. And he had thousands of subscribers, like 3,000, 5,000, 10,000. I don't know how many thousand subscribers he has. Let's check. How the hell do I check? Where do I go? Where do I go? Dashboard? No. I need to get out of here. Let's go to YouTube. I'm subscribed to him. He should be in my subscriptions here. Trucker Jukebox, right there. 8.57K. 8,500 subscribers. And he stopped making videos for a while. He started back up. But he doesn't make anywhere near as many videos as he used to make. And he did quit making videos for a while because of all of the negativity. And I don't want to deal with that crap. I've come that close to shutting down my channel multiple times just because of how many people are watching my videos now. The reason that I made this channel was because I got almost all of the helpful information that I got whenever I was doing research into getting back into trucking. Almost all of the useful information I got was from YouTube. So this was like a pay it forward for me to try to give back. I wanted to document my journey through trucking so that other people would know what I went through. I'm not trying to provide like I don't know. I don't like the content in these videos. It's not designed to increase my view count. It's designed to give like a raw, realistic, just unbiased view of what it's like, what I personally went through. My experience may differ from other people's experience. So, but it was more of just a pay it forward. I got a lot of useful information from people documenting this kind of stuff, especially the load board videos and stuff, which is why I do so many of those. And which, let me pop that up real quick. All right. They've got me in Z status because I'm taking so much time off. And for some reason, the load board seems to run really, really slow whenever you're in Z status. And it took a long time for the page to load up. Now it's taking a long time for the list to populate. But we'll do a quick search of loads over $2,000, only over $2,000 within 250 miles of Tulsa. So that should get Tulsa, Oklahoma City. It might even get Dallas, and it's going to get the Kansas City area as well. Quite a few loads. Well, if you don't mind going to Connecticut, that's a pretty damn good load going to Connecticut. Let's see, Massachusetts, Springfield, Missouri to Salina, California. That is like, this is like a normal, like mediocre rate to go to Southern California. Oh, this is Northern California. That's California, San Francisco. It doesn't matter. Northern, Southern California, it doesn't matter. $1 a mile is cheap to go to California. $2 a mile is normal on USA Truck's load board, which is why I was so excited to get that $3 a mile load going to Southern California. But it looks like they have a bunch of these loads. Springfield, Missouri. I wonder if that is McCormick. There's no way that's McCormick because McCormick's not that cheap. It is McCormick. French's Logistics Center. McCormick allows 4 hours for loading and unloading. Product may be loaded up to 44,000 pounds. Tendered weights are estimates. I wonder if they're putting that kind of information on all loads now. Because I got pretty pissed off with some loads coming out of Tennessee that they listed as like 1 pound or 10 pounds or something like that. I thought it was going to be foam or something incredibly light that it was hard to weigh. And it ended up being like a 43,000 pound load of glass. It's just a shady ass broker lying about the weights on these loads. McCormick is a really good company to do business with. I've always gotten solid rates hauling for McCormick, and those are some pretty garbage rates going into Southern California or Northern California. Salinas or Salina, I don't know how they pronounce it. There's quite a few loads over $2,000, but this one going to Indiana is a pretty good load. It's roughly $5 a mile. 1 day load. Pick up on the 18th, drop on the 19th, preloaded. A&M products going to Amazon. It's Procter & Gamble going to Amazon. A&M products is a Clorox. They're owned or leased by Clorox, which is a Procter & Gamble company. Well, this one going to Madison, Wisconsin. Wisconsin, man, freight is hot up in Wisconsin. This is an awesome load. It's paying $5 a mile to take you into a really good freight market. Damn. It's a good load. Massachusetts, nope. South Carolina. This one going to South Carolina. That's what is that? That's a little over $3 a mile. 9 times 4 is 36. So it's like $3.60 a mile, I would guess, somewhere in that area. New Jersey, nope. Indiana, it's an all right load going to Indiana. North Carolina, it's kind of crap. South Carolina, that's, same load as the one we were just looking at. Almost the exact same price. Jersey can kiss my ass. Massachusetts can kiss my ass. There's no way I would go to Jersey or Massachusetts for that kind of money. West Memphis, Arkansas. Man, somebody's got to be jumping all over that load to get to the USA Truck Terminal. It's going to Family Dollar. Oh, wow. 45,216 pounds. They're putting every little pound they can on that trailer. Lawrence, Kansas to Fontana. $2 a mile. $2 a mile to Salina. Decent, decent, decent. There's a bunch of, decent loads on here. Well, a lot of decent stuff. I'm not seeing any, like, all these $5,000 loads are, not very good loads. They're going into really bad areas. They're probably, this is a reasonable rate to go up into Massachusetts. It pisses me off to see like $3 a mile going up into these places. And this is paying, I don't know how much that is. I can't do that math in my head. 57 divided by 14. Right at $4 a mile. A little over $4 a mile. So it's not paying an incredible premium. Not enough of a premium to lure me out there. Let's check Wisconsin real quick. Let's check Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. That should get pretty much the whole state of Wisconsin. Let's see if there's still some hot freight up there. Let's see if there's still those beer loads up there that are paying amazing. Those like 270-mile loads that are paying $3,300. Well, they dropped the price down to like $3,100. They dropped the price by a couple $100 the day after I hauled one of those loads. Let me just skim through here and see if I'm looking for La Crosse I'm not seeing any loads going out of La Crosse, Wisconsin. Right, here's one. La Crosse to Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's one of those city brewery loads. Wow. Why is it paying so little? Like, this is how much they pay to go like 400 miles. That's the only La Crosse, Wisconsin load that I'm seeing. But we have a bunch of Sheboygan Falls. I saw some Sheboygan Falls. That's just Sheboygan. That's decent. That's pretty good. Here's the Sheboygan Falls. I think this is probably that same warehouse where I grabbed the load. What was it? Yeah, Rockline. This is the warehouse that I grabbed that load going to Chino. Was it Chino? No, it was Irvine. Irvine, California. 11,220 pounds. Yeah, that's man. That is a really good load, but it's going to Denver. Denver is kind of a really shitty place to go, not just because of the weather. It's also like shitty to get freight out of there. That's paying $5.80 a mile. $5.70 or 80 cents a mile, somewhere in that area. So Rockline is a place. Ever since I've hauled that load with Rockline Industries, I saw a whole bunch of Rockline Industry loads pop up on the load board, and they were all paying really well. This is typically the way USA Truck's load board goes, is that you'll see a really good paying load for a company that you haven't hauled for before at USA Truck, and you'll start hauling that, and then all of a sudden you'll start seeing more and more of those loads, and they'll all be really good paying loads. And so we'll be hauling at a really good rate for a while, and then they'll sign a contract that'll bring the rates down, and it'll just go to shit. That's what happened with Chewy.com. So Rockline Industries. Last week when I was searching in the Tulsa area, I saw a whole bunch of good loads in towns and cities that I normally don't see on the load board, and a lot of them were Rockline Industries. So Rockline could be the new Chewy. Be on the lookout for Rockline loads. Sheboygan Falls is a Rockline Industries. And I know that there's a couple of them within 250 miles of Tulsa because I remember seeing them whenever I was searching there last time. Chicago to Elkton, Florida. $3.50 a mile to go to Jacksonville, Florida? Come on. Come on. That just sucks. But yeah, up here in Chicago, Wisconsin area, it's good freight. I'm curious to see how this stacks up with Landstar's load board. I'm probably going to have access to both load boards at the same time for at least a short amount of time, and I can do some direct comparisons between them. That'd be pretty nice. But anyway, I think that's about it for this video. I'm not planning on pulling a load anytime soon, so we'll go ahead and close that out. And I'm not getting any responses on cheap cars. Let's see if there's a new one posted. No. These cruisers, PT cruiser style vehicles must have been really, really popular around 2005. 2005, 2007, somewhere in that area, because this is a vehicle type that I see a lot of in here in the cheap vehicle pages. Are these old PT cruiser looking things. And most of them were not well maintained, and they're just like they're maintenance issues that I don't want to deal with. I don't want to get a junker that's like barely running that I'm gonna have to put $5,000-$10,000 into to keep running. Yeah. So I don't know what the deal is with that style vehicle. It was really, really popular around 2005 to 2007. I'm getting tired. I'm about to go crawl into bed and try to find a movie worth watching. I can't find anything on Amazon Prime. I might turn my Netflix subscription back on. I haven't had Netflix in it's probably been 6 months or more. So they probably got some new stuff on there I haven't seen. I'll probably turn that on for a month. But yeah, that's what's going on with me. If you watch the whole thing, then then I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you listen to it while you're driving down the road. That's one thing that I've tried to find are people who do long videos that are entertaining enough that I can actually stand to listen to their ass for a full hour or two. And they have a channel that doesn't have ads, and you just listen to it while you're driving down the road. It'd be like listening to a podcast, except I haven't found a podcast that I really could stand to listen to. And most of the people on YouTube that I listen to, they just regurgitate the same shit over and over and over again. They're out here trying to make money on YouTube, so they're just putting YouTube videos out on the same shit over and over and over again just to try to get some money off their damn YouTube videos. I don't know. Maybe I'll get greedy like that one of these days. Maybe I'll get, 10 million subscribers and I'll get one of those nice big fat paychecks from a popular video, and I'll get greedy and decide to make a monetized channel, all the good stuff. I doubt it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.